Welcome to Logo Academy training video session. In this part we will learn how to add material cards, accounts receivable and payable cards, and how to use data transfer from Excel template for material and current accounts. In this section, we will start with material cards. Under Main Records, open Materials browser. On the bottom of this browser, you will be able to see material card types in combo box. According to the material, choose the type of the card and use the Add New option to create a record. When creating material cards, you can use smart coding. For example, if a material card type is commercial good, you can start coding it with C for commercial, G for good, and then continue with numbers. We will continue with raw material card type. Again, smart coding system will be used. For the rest of the material cards, the same logic will be used. Smart coding enable users to differentiate material types easily. For the rest of the material cards, we will see similar smart coding examples. To save a material card record, we must enter a code because it is the mandatory field. The rest of the information are entered according to the needs. If a new record is added under the same category, coding number of the new record will be increased one number automatically. As it can be seen, the last numeric value of new raw material code is increased 1. Creating a mixed case type of material card is a bit different than other material types. Now, we will see an example of it. After giving the code and description for the material card, open Mixed Case Contents tab. On this section, mixed case components must be selected, and quantity of the component must be specified. As the last type, we will add a fixed asset card. After defining the code and description, fixed asset information can be defined on Fixed Asset Info tab. So far, we have seen how to add material cards for all types. Now, we will cover material classes. Open Material Class browser under Main Records section. There are two types of material class. First is General, and the second is with Table. These options are available in combo box under the browser. After choosing the type, add a new record. The material classes are structures used to monitor the materials by dividing them into groups by their qualitative and quantitative properties such as color, length, size, engine power, accessories, etc. After creating material classes, we can do the material class assignment. This assignment can be done over material cards, or through the material class tree browser. Material class assignment option is located on the right-click menu over materials. Click on the three dots to choose the material class. Afterwards, you can specify which features of the material class is going to be used for the child material. Click on OK button to complete a segment process. Material class records will be seen in bold characters on Material Browser. And, after the assignment, hierarchy codes will be rearranged on the browser. Child materials hierarchy code will be the subcode of class. We will continue with accounts receivable and accounts payable records, which is also located under main records section. Accounts receivable and payable types can be chosen from the combo box. First of all, we will create a customer type card. Smart coding can also be useful on this section to differentiate types, regions, locations of the accounts receivable and payables. On coding section, TR represents that this customer is from Turkey. On this example, ENG represents that customer is from England. As mentioned before, similar smart coding can be used for records. To be able to save accounts receivable and payable record, code must be defined because it is the mandatory field. The rest of the fields can be filled according to the needs. If current accounts card type is customer, it means that they can only be used on sales transactions. Now, we will see examples of vendor type of cards. Similar smart coding is going to be used. And, as an additional information, vendor type current accounts can only be used on purchase transactions. If current account card type is customer and vendor, it means that they can be used in both sales and purchase transactions. You can also use country codes and province plate numbers when smart coding, to differentiate current accounts. In this example, TR represents Turkey, and 34 represents Istanbul. In this example, number 35 represents another city in Turkey. There can be also group company usage. After selecting the type from the combo box, add a new card. Group company will be in bold characters on the browser. To add a sub-company to it, open the current account card record by using Update option. Go to the Business Info tab. Choose the related group company by clicking three dots next to Group Company Code section. After completing this process, you will be able to see that hierarchy codes are rearranged on the browser. It is possible to use Excel template to import items and accounts receivable, payable cards. The information must be entered according to the format in Excel sheet. First of all, we will see how to import items cards. On Card Type section, we set the numbers according to the type of material card. As an example, we will import commercial goods. So, we give the number 1 as card type. On the code section, material card codes must be given. And the descriptions should be specified on description section. The rest of the columns can be filled up if needed. But in this part, we are just filling up the mandatory fields which are needed to save a simple material card. After filling up the Excel sheet, open GoPlus. Under Tools, use the data transfer from Excel to import items cards. Choose Materials on Record Type section. And, on File section, choose the Excel file in which material card information exists. Then, click on Start button to import cards. On Log File section, you can see how many records are imported. On Materials browser, we can now see the imported cards. Now, we will see how to import accounts receivable and payable records from Excel. First, we define the card type. Afterwards, define the accounts receivable and payable code and descriptions. Save the Excel file and open GoPlus. Under Tools section, open Data Transfer from Excel. Choose Accounts Receivable and Payable option on Card Type section. Then choose the Excel file in which accounts receivable and payable information exists. Click on Start button to import cards. On Log File section, it is possible to see how many cards are imported. You can now see the imported cards on Accounts Receivable and Payables browser. Briefly, if needed, Excel transfer template can be used to import records rather than creating them manually. Thank you for watching our video.